Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is with us from Columbia, South Carolina. Governor, good morning.
Good morning.
What is this about Donald Trump and your family and these attacks, even saying that the former president lied?
I don't know. I don't get it. He basically is mirroring the words of Michael Moore in a Republican primary. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird altogether. I think he got angry on Saturday and just kind of exploded. It's hard to tell, but relitigating my brother's presidency is not what this campaign's about. I'm proud that he came to campaign, but the campaign should be about the future, and that's what I talk about.
You know, an article in the Washington Post called your brother's presence on the campaign trail, quote, an urgent mission to energize Jeb's struggling candidacy. Another article said it's to reinvigorate your stalled presidential bid. Do you think that's a fair assessment, and why are you having your brother come out now?
Well, those are forms of obituaries about my campaign that have been written for the last 6 months, and I've been making slow, steady progress. My brother is my brother. I love him dearly. I'm happy that he came to campaign, and the best place for him to do this, he's been campaigning and helping in the past, but in a public way, was South Carolina, where he has a strong bond, and people really respect him here. So it was more than appropriate for him to come, and I'm all in for the next 5 days.
Governor, let me ask you about Iraq, because Donald Trump has called it a big, fat mistake. You've also called Iraq a mistake. So where do you disagree?
Well, on the power of hindsight, faulty intelligence was clearly a mistake. It was also a mistake not to stabilize the country at the beginning. But what was successful was the surge, because at the time of Barack Obama's inauguration, Iraq was secure. It was fragile, but there was a stability there that was abandoned. The creation of ISIS has been created by the void that was filled. And I think that's the lesson of history, is that you've got to stick with it to make sure that you create stability. And what Trump's talking about is conspiracy theories, literally talking about impeaching the president. Everybody got the same intelligence information, and the great majority of people made a conclusion that he had weapons of mass destruction.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you about your quest for the presidency. You finished 6th in Iowa. You finished 4th in New Hampshire. You're now running 5th in South Carolina. When do you have to start winning?
Well, I think we'll do better than 5th here. I'm really excited about the progress we're making, and look, I'm in it for the long haul. This is a long process. We've had 3 races so far. There's about 50 left, and we have a national campaign.
You have said previously that there are a lot of other things that you could be doing rather than being on the campaign trail. Is there something wrong with the way this process works?
The campaign is the campaign. Every campaign's different. This one's a little crazier because of the new technologies and because of Donald Trump trying to filling the space with vitriol and hatred and division.
You think he's fooling the people who vote for him?
I think he is a master at manipulation, and I find it amusing on one level that he constantly attacks me. I'm his primary target, and I'm doing so poor in the polls, according to everybody, right? Well, why is that? Why is he going after me each and every day? It's because he fears me, because I'm the only guy standing up to him. I think he is not going to be the Conservative Party's nominee. He's not a conservative, and he doesn't have a record that suggests he has a servant's heart to help people rise up.
Do you ever think maybe I'll just ignore him, let him talk, and I'll just ignore what he says? Do you ever think that?
Yeah, I've thought that.
You tried
and then I get back to thinking, you know what, he's hijacked my party. I've been a conservative all my adult life, and someone has to take a stand.
Governor Bush, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you all.